Harry's wife. Exposure threat. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. We now go to the international news with the enigmatically named web desk that tells us Harry's wife's hubby, Prince Harry, fears of being exposed by a palace insider. Apparently, Prince Harry is afraid of Queen Elizabeth's closest confidant. Prince Harry fears that a closest confidant of Queen Elizabeth II could seek revenge on him and Harry's wife, a royal commentator has claimed. Neil Sean, for it is he, citing a very good source, claimed that Angela Kelly, the late Queen's personal dresser, is the person Harry now fears the most. Actually, I would suggest that it isn't. It's actually his wife that he fears the most because she's the one that's abusing him. But nevertheless, continuing with the article, one of the late Queen's closest confidants was none other than the personal dresser Angela Kelly. According to a very good source, it is Angela that Harry now fears the most. She had a 3-book deal. 2 books have already come out, according to Express UK, Mr. Sean has explained. According to the palace, Ms. Kelly has gone on holiday touring the United States, but others are suggesting she is putting pen to paper on her 3rd book. We know that the late monarch would have discussed many private things with Angela, and this is worrying Prince Harry, he continued. Pausing there, what might it be that Harry could be worried about? Is it the fact that Angela Kelly has seen the Prince of Pink Pancakes have his shorts pulled down and Grandma administer the smack of firm governance to his pinky behind, causing him to join the Pink Bottom Brigade? Might it be that? Or is it the fact that she's aware of how the Queen viewed the Prince of Pink Pancakes and his handler? And perhaps the Queen has shared some choice words about them that Harry is aware. Might it be that Harry knows that his late grandmother has witnessed some of the extreme behaviour of his wife, and whilst he relied upon his grandmother keeping stum, he cannot rely upon Angela Kelly doing the same, perhaps recognising that out of a sense of loyalty to the late monarch, that Angela Kelly feels that it's appropriate to even things up with regard to the crap that Harry's wife has been spouting about the royal family. The article continues, Kelly, who served as personal assistant and senior dresser to Queen Elizabeth from 2002 until her passing this year, could reveal explosive details about Harry's wife and Harry and their relationship with the late monarch. I should imagine, actually, that what they would fear, or certainly Harry would fear, is that it would demonstrate the grasping nature and self-centred behaviour of Harry's wife, where she made various demands which Queen Elizabeth put to one side but said nothing more about them. Whereas Angela Kelly may well have witnessed this or heard about it and would be able to provide her own testimony as to these behaviours. Clearly, Harry recognises that some of these behaviours are, to put it mildly, unsavoury. There are instances, of course, where he has sided with his wife because, as the blinded victim of a narcissist, he has swallowed what she has told him. That where she complains that X has been unpleasant to her, out of a misguided sense of loyalty and his own emotional empathy, he accepts that has happened. And that's why old hothead has ridden into battle in the past to lambast people and takes his wife's side. This is something that happens regularly with the intimate partner primary source victim of a narcissist. It happens for 2 reasons. First of all, the narcissist will triangulate their IPPS with other people in order to control those other people. So let's take, for example, the narcissist is having a dispute with a neighbour. The neighbour hasn't done anything wrong, but the neighbour perceives a threat to control and therefore ends up in a no-holds-bar shouting match outside one another's house. And then the alarmed spouse comes outside. What's all this noise about? What's going on? We'll have none of this nonsense here. You tell her, cries the narcissist. You tell her. She's just been mean to me. She's just attacked me. And of course, the intimate partner primary source hears, what? You've just attacked my wife? How dare you? And immediately launches a defence. He may not know the full facts because he didn't witness it, but out of that emotional empathy which is being affected and corrupted by his emotional thinking, he immediately rides into battle, even though it's his wife who's in the wrong. In other instances, and this happens where the IPPS has been in a longer period of devaluation, and perhaps has seen other instances of the narcissist mistreating other people, they suspect or indeed believe that it's the narcissist who's at fault, but they know better than to try and tell them that that's the case, because it will just turn on them. That the intimate partner primary source finds themselves in a situation where they recognise that what the neighbour is saying is probably true, and he recognises that his wife is the problem, but he dare not be seen to take the neighbour's side. He dare not be seen not to back up his wife, because once they go back inside, she will turn on him, as she's done in the past. And therefore, perhaps sometimes half-heartedly, he supports his wife because he knows that if he doesn't, his life's not worth living, in effect. And therefore, you have two instances where the intimate partner primary source can defend that individual even though they might recognise that they're in the wrong, sometimes out of a sense of misguided loyalty, and others as a method of self-preservation. And therefore it may well be the case that over time Prince Harry has recognised that his wife was at fault, and he's recognised that it's not worth his pink pods becoming pink pancakes by saying something, but worries now that her behaviour, whilst the Queen stayed silent about it and he has stayed silent about it, Angela Kelly may well not do so. And therefore the reports of bullying, etc., about Harry's wife, all of the individuals who have spoken out against her, may yet further be exposed by what Angela Kelly has to state. Mr. Sean suggested that Ms. Kelly was one of the people Harry was referring to when he infamously voiced concern over whether the Queen had the right people around her. The royal commentator added, this could be Ms. Kelly's opportunity to give her own version of events and personal thoughts on Megxit, Harry's wife, Prince Harry, as well as Prince Andrew. She could not have been closer to the Queen. She is someone Harry should be very nervous of. The late Queen reportedly granted Miss Kelly her personal permission to secure a 3-book deal of memoirs, writing about her time working for the royals. There are speculations that Kelly, who has 1 book left of a 3-book deal, could bring some hidden truth to the public about Harry's wife and Harry. And of course, if that is the case, that will amount to a threat to control for Harry's wife, and also Harry recognises that it could have repercussions for him as more people turn against his wife. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.